this is Colin Dwyer from Songwriting Unlimited. We're going to talk about modal interchange, chord substitution, the difference between relative minor and parallel minor. And we're going to do it all in the key of A so that you can see how this all makes sense. So here's all modal interchange and chord substitution really is. I have a page on my site that I list all the modes and I line them all up so that it's very easy to see. But the most common borrowing that happens is from minor to major and major to minor. So if I'm just let's just take the key of A. A is 1, B minor is 2, C sharp minor is 3, D is 4, E is 5, F sharp minor is 6, G sharp diminished is 7, and back to A. And obviously it's seldom that the 7 chord in major is really ever used. So that's A major, Ionian. The relative minor, when people talk about the relative minor, it's just starting that scale on the 6th degree. We've talked about that. So that would be F sharp, G sharp, A, E minor. Same chords. So that's the relative minor. The parallel minor, which is where we borrow chords, is now I'm going to play, the parallel is just starting on the same bass note. So I'm going to play A minor, which is the relative minor of C, but it's the parallel minor of A major. So it's A minor, B, C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor. And all modal interchange and chord substitution often is I can steal a 5, if I'm in A, I can steal the 5 chord from the parallel minor. So the parallel, so in A natural minor, E minor is the 5 chord. So I can steal that, I can borrow that. Make a more interesting progression. So all you do is you borrow the same chord number from the other scale, and that's modal interchange. And I'm going to give you 3 examples right now of bands that have done that, and there's thousands, but these are 3 good examples. So here's the first example of modal interchange. Song Dirty Work by Steely Dan. Steely Dan used modal interchange all over the place, and even whether you're a fan or not, most people like this song, Dirty Work. If you think of it in A minor, the chords are, so I'll play through it, and then I'll explain where the modal interchange happens. First, it's times are hard, you're afraid to pay the fee, so you'll find yourself somebody who can do the job for free. When you need a bit of loving, 'cause your man is out of town, that's the time you get me running, 'cause you know that I'll be around. Now, if we think of the song in the key of C, because the verse is in A minor, A natural minor, and the chorus is in C major. A natural minor is a relative minor of C, and that makes the chords all are within the key except when it gets to one certain chord. So the B flat is actually the Neapolitan chord. It's the flat 2 chord that we've talked about. And it's actually borrowed. The Neapolitan chord is a flat 2 chord borrowed from Phrygian. So again, the progression, A minor, D minor, G, C, then F in the key, B flat is not in the key. It's been borrowed, but it makes for a really nice change. And then when we go into the chorus, I'm a fool. So if we think of this now as C major, C, F, and A minor. Those are all in the key of C major. C is the 1 chord, F is the 4 chord, A minor is the 6 chord. In this case, B flat is a flat 7 chord. It's borrowed it's borrowed from C minor, from C natural minor. That's where B flat is borrowed from, and that's most of the time where you'll see that, is the flat 7 chord is borrowed from the natural minor, brought in to create a nice little change. That's the first example. Another example is End of the World by Ingrid Michaelson. She's a great indie songwriter if you don't know her. She's excellent. What she does in her song is she's in the key of A. The chords are, the key is A, so the chords we're expecting to hear, A, D, E, and F sharp minor. And those are the 4 chords she uses, except for one change. In the verse, instead of playing a D, she plays a D minor chord. And what she's doing, and again, this song is actually in B flat, but I'm just, to make it easier to see, I'm playing it down, playing the half step down. So in her verse, she plays A, D minor. D minor is the 4 minor chord borrowed from A minor. So that's a modal interchange. When the sun runs out and there's no one to save you, no modal interchange. She just goes A, she goes 1, 6, 4, 5. At the end of the world, the last example is Kelly Clarkson in Breakaway in the pre-chorus. I'm going to sing through it, and there's the one chord that's actually not in the key, it's borrowed. Okay, again, this song is in A minor, and the one, you'll see what the one borrowed chord is. I'm going to start like the 3rd verse just to get us into the pre-chorus. Trying not to reach out, but when I try to speak out, felt like no one could hear me. Wanted to belong here, something's so wrong here, so I pray I can break away. And by the way, the chorus is 1-6-2-5 or 1-5-6-4 again. I spread my wings and I learn to fly. But I digress. The modal interchange is the D chord. You can hear that D chord. A minor, G, and F and C are all in the key of A minor. D is not in the key of A minor. D is borrowed from the parallel major. Remember, in A major, D is major, but in A minor, D is minor, because it's the 4 chord. So what's being done is modal interchange. It's borrowing it, and it really lifts the pre-chorus to really set up the 1-5-6-4 chorus. I'll see you next time.